Hey guys, hope you're having a great week. So, like we talked about yesterday, this week is all about finding how to find people, where to look, and really what to do and how to find them, right? Oftentimes we tell ourselves, oh, I don't know anyone. I don't know where to look. I don't know how to find someone. I don't know how to get someone that I can talk to. Well, this is a big problem, right? We need to have people to talk to in order to have a successful business, to grow our business, and to have customers interested in purchasing our products. But the truth of it is, those that are successful are those that get creative. They find ways to constantly have people to talk to. They don't set themselves up or give themselves this excuse or idea that they don't. Now, there's times that it's legitimately going to be hard. There's times that it's legitimately going to be a challenge to talk to people and to work with people and to find people. And that's part of the business. So don't take what I'm saying that it's not the case. But oftentimes we can overcome that. We can do better, and we can constantly strive to find more people for our business. So today I want to talk briefly about what we say when finding people. So before we go into the ideas and places, actually think about where to find people and how to find people, it's important to know what we need to say or what we don't need to say, because this plays a huge role into the success of our prospecting. How we say things, what we say, and how we deliver our message can make or break our finding and prospecting efforts. So it's important that we pay close attention to this, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, what do you say, okay? What do you say? This is one of those things that I've heard so many different things. You have some people, so let's talk about personalities, right? You have your green personality. They're going to say everything. They're going to explain all of the details. They're going to go in depth. They're going to talk about how beneficial the product might be and what all of it does and how it works and how it impacts you and what you can do with it and what you can't do with it. By the end of that conversation, the person's going to either be extremely overwhelmed, or if they're a green personality, they're going to have all of the information that they want. That is how a green personality, or what a green personality would say. Let's talk about a red personality. They're going to try to be in control, right? So they're going to push and they're going to say exactly what it is. They're going to be all about business, and they're going to be straight to the point and almost push someone the way that they want them to go. Your blue personality is going to be about fun and enjoying themselves. Everything's a party, right? So they're going to be talking quickly about things. They're going to talk about the fun and the different aspects. You have your yellow, who doesn't want to offend anyone or step on any toes. So they're going to be all like tiptoeing around it, trying to be, calm and almost passive or quiet to not offend anyone or put anyone in an awkward spot. That's just how it is, right? And then let me see, did I miss one? So then you have your blue, yellow, green, red. Okay, so I think I covered most of them, right? You have your different personality types, and so you're going to say things differently, and that's okay. But how much are you explaining? How much detail are you going into? What exactly are you talking about? This is important when it comes to finding. When you're finding and talking to people, you should keep your message relatively short. It should be very much to the point and focused on what you're talking about. Help connect with the individual that you're talking to, but keep it short. Don't overwhelm them. Don't put them in this crazy spot where they feel super overwhelmed or stressed. Help them to see what you have to offer without doing that. So keep what you say short. Be sure to ask questions. Ask them questions and get them talking. Get them excited about what you do and help them to see how it can connect to their lives. That's what it's about, right? So pay close attention to what you say. This is super important. Pay close attention to how you talk and the words that you use. Make sure you don't use words or terminology that is relevant to the industry or to Young Living, right? You want to make sure that they know what it is. So this even works for Seed to Seal. Seed to Seal is a great thing, but it's only something that we really know what it is in Young Living. So if you're going to talk about the purity, talk about purity. Don't talk about necessarily using words like Seed to Seal only, because that means nothing to someone outside of the company. So help them connect what Seed to Seal is, and then once you've made that connection, use that. But make sure they understand what you're saying, because if they don't, the chances of you being a success are going to be much lower because they're not understanding your message. So make sure you pay close attention to what you say. Now, do you have a clear invitation? I've talked about this a bit before, but everything we need to do or everything that we do rather, needs to have a clear invitation. You need to invite someone to do something. So if you have 10 seconds to talk to someone in the store, it needs to have an invitation. If you're teaching a 5-hour class, it needs to have an invitation. If you're working with a business builder, you need to have an invitation. Everything you do, you need to invite them to do something else. Now, this could be to learn more. This could be to attend a class. It could be to follow you on Facebook. The list goes on and on of what this invitation could be, but you need to make sure that you're talking to them and you're giving them clear invitations, clear ways that they can put into practice what it is that you're doing and see results. That's what it's about, okay? So give them that clear invitation. Make sure they are able to act and have something to do to move forward. This is going to help you progress them along. It's also going to help with your follow-up and much more. So make sure you take time to have a clear invitation and that you're doing that. If you don't know what to invite them to do, keep it simple. Get their phone number, set up a follow-up call. But make sure whatever you invite them to do is natural. Make sure it's something that seems natural to them, something that flows with wherever you're at in the conversation or wherever you're at in the progress of getting to know them and working with them. Give a clear invitation and make sure it's clean and natural. Okay, what does your body language say? So we've talked a bit about what you say and what to not say and things, but do you realize that your body language says so much as well? Your body language speaks more than what your words do to someone. So when you're talking to someone, how are you standing? Are you fidgeting around? Are you looking all over? Are your hands in your pockets? Are you, stepping back and forth? What are you doing with your body language? This is something to think about. Oftentimes it's forgotten, but it does make a huge difference. What does your body language say to this person? So if someone's standing in front of you and they're looking at you in the eye and they've shaken your hand and they're listening to what you have to say, you're going to take them as someone that's confident, someone that knows what they're talking about, someone that's excited to work with you. If someone's standing there fidgeting around, stuttering over their words, looking all around the place, moving back and forth, playing with their hands or putting their hands in their pocket, you're going to kind of question what they're saying. Are they lying to you? Are they nervous? Are they skeptical? What is it, right? People think about these things. So when you're talking to someone, keep that in mind, right? Oftentimes we're not hiding or doing anything, but it's just the nature of nerves, right? But you need to learn to control those. So if you're going to talk to someone, take a deep breath and talk to them and be confident. You work with a company that's an amazing company, and you have the ability to make a huge, huge difference. So make sure that your body language reflects that. Make sure that your body language shows how confident you are and that you know what you're doing. And if you're not confident, fake it. That confidence will come. Tell yourself that you are confident. Tell yourself that you're going to do this. Tell yourself that you're a success and you're going to make it work. Your body language will follow. Let your body language show your passion for the product and your love for what you do. Help people to see that, okay? So pay close attention to your body language. Now, what does your prospect's body language say? So not only are you paying attention to what you say and how your body language comes across, but are you paying attention to what your prospect's body language says? Are they standing in front of you with their arms folded? This gives that impression that they're closed off. It gives that impression that they're not interested. Now, I do this all the time. I love having my arms folded. I don't necessarily think I'm being closed off, but it's something I do naturally all the time. That being said, when I'm talking to someone and they're talking, so even if I'm listening to one of my business builders tell me about a plan they have, I make sure to not stand there with my arms folded. It takes an active effort on my part as the prospect in this, in this situation to be open. So pay close attention to what your prospect's telling you. Are they open to receive what you have to say? Are they slowly stepping backwards, have their arms folded, showing that they're closed off and trying to get away as soon as possible? Or are their hands hanging down casually, they're engaged, they're looking at you, and they're interested in what you have to say? This is a key part in talking to people. You have to know where they stand at all times. And by doing this, you can change up your message. So if they feel closed off or they're showing that they seem closed off, change your approach. Change your message a bit to hopefully open them up, to make them feel more comfortable. If they're super interested, then you know you're doing a good job. If they're trying to end the conversation quickly, well, then you know, hey, maybe it's boring or maybe there's more I need to work on. So really understanding their body language and what they're doing makes a huge difference as well for you. So pay attention to what you say, pay attention to your body language, and pay attention to the body language of your prospect, right? Then, how are they receiving your message? So, you've talked to them, you've had body language that shows you're open, you're approachable, you know what you're talking about, and you're confident. You've given them a clear invitation to act. How did they receive your message? How did they take it? Were they excited about it? Did they accept what you had to say? Did they want to learn more? This is something to think about. Now, I'm not going to tell you that every person you talk to is going to say yes when you do these things perfectly, because that's not the case. But most of the time, when you talk to someone and you follow these points, you're going to see a difference and they're going to be more receptive. If they're not receptive, you should always, always, always evaluate what happened. How did it go? How did it work? What did you do well? What could you have done better? Evaluate that situation and really see how they received your message, how you impacted them, and how they received that. That's what it's about. Take the time to know what your prospect is thinking. So, yes, it's important to say the right things, but think about what they're receiving, how they're receiving what you have to say, and does it apply to them in their lives? Take time to think about these things, because over the next couple of videos, we're going to be talking exactly all about things to do to find people. So it's a must that you follow these steps. Think about what you say. Keep it short and precise. Be to the point and get people excited to listen to what you have to say. Show that you're confident, guys. Be confident in what you do. If you're shy, if you don't know something, if you're new, if you're learning, be confident. You can do this. And doing so is going to help your business grow. Stay focused on these things, and as we talk about ways to find people, start putting them into practice. You're going to see huge success. Have a great day, guys.